Well, let's talk about, so this show originally did this show for CIOs to share with their staff so they could stay current. Let's get into a little bit more
Yeah,
of the technical aspect. So you have TEFCA, you
yeah,
have FIRE. What does a
yeah.
CIO tell his organization, or what does what does the frontline staff do with TEFCA and FIRE, and where should they start, and where are we at?
So this is a conundrum, which is you can either be a supply sider, which is your job is to envision the infrastructure that you're responsible for, modernize it, and prepare for the future. The other is a listener and responsiveness to the clinical leadership. I'm generally on the side of listen first, which is to say there's a signal out there that you're hearing from frontline clinicians, from physicians that are involved in these new value-based models, and they're complaining about something, about the difficulty to do their job. And of course, there's general complaint, but then there's more specific complaint. I would like to know this at this time in this way so I can make a decision without weakening my productivity. So my sense is that if you start to listen, if you're the CIO and you start listening to the customer's needs in a manner that perhaps we don't quite do today because we make a single decision. I've got to make a big EHR decision and I got to maintain it, uptime, security, that's its own job. Now I'm listening and saying, well, wait a minute. I'm no longer deciding what EHR to buy. Now I'm thinking what application might ride on top of the EHR that might delight my individual care teams or clinicians and patients to have a better experience. So think of it like a digital experience officer. That role, that listening function, I think is the missing link today, because what their job is to figure out what it is that people need or want, and then map it back to what are the underlying data assets that we have available. And if you kind of do your job right, you serve up the data in a format that allows a random app developer on the street who can do the day-to-day app development for that doctor and not crash your secure systems or require you to allocate limited resources.